You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White sports supporters. Well, we got breaking news in here, and it's big. And I got to be honest, this is happening faster than I thought it was going to. I thought there was a good shot this might happen in, say, another 3 or 4 or 5 weeks. But I guess teams have got to act quick. And look, we knew when we saw the buyouts, including the $10 million one, for Bill Belichick in his North Carolina contract, and especially when it drops to $1 million in June, a lot of us went, so you're saying there's a chance. Well, it looks like there's more of a chance of the GOAT, the greatest of all time, Bill Belichick, coming back to the NFL and doing it very quickly. It seems that Tom Brady may not only be interested in one Mike Vrabel, it looks like the GOAT is trying to reunite with the GOAT. And we all know they've been working together on the Let's Go podcast, doing some things. But you see that headline, and it is breaking news. And I'm sure UNC fans are mad as hell right now. But you had to know multiple NFL teams eventually were going to be like, what are we doing with some of these candidates when Bill Belichick is out there and can come coach for us? I imagine somewhere Falcons fans are like, really? We couldn't have won more games with Bill Belichick? That was a monumental F up by them. Really. UNC head coach Bill Belichick has heard from multiple teams, including Raiders minority owner Tom Brady, to gauge interest in a return to the National Football League. Multiple teams have inquired about whether legendary coach Bill Belichick would reconsider his move to college football, including the Las Vegas Raiders. And I got to be honest with you, I thought the Raiders wouldn't be an option necessarily. We had talked about that before, but I wondered because I just assumed Josh McDaniels would be the offensive coordinator that would go with him in the NFL. But maybe Josh is going to go with Mike Vrabel somewhere else, like the Patriots. And so maybe he's got another offensive coordinator in mind, whose new minority owner, Tom Brady, spoke recently with his old coach about what it would take to make a reunion happen in Las Vegas, per sources. I think this is very interesting that the Raiders and Belichick news drops the morning after firing Antonio Pierce. I mean, that's interesting. In a surprise move, Belichick agreed on December 11th to a 5-year contract to become the head coach at North Carolina and has spent recent weeks assembling his staff and roster for his first season coaching at the college level after nearly 5 decades in the NFL. But Brady has been in touch with Belichick recently as the Raiders weighed the future of head coach Antonio Pierce, who was fired on Tuesday after going 4-13 in his lone season as full-time head coach. Is Belichick already agreed to take this job? I'm starting to wonder. I mean, seriously. Brady and Belichick won 6 Super Bowls together with the Patriots, and sources say Brady believes the situation in Las Vegas requires a coach of Belichick's expertise and stature to establish a sustainable winning program. Well, and here's the thing. The NFL wants this Raiders franchise. One of the reasons why they allowed Brady to come in as a minority owner, they specifically wanted his name attached to ownership of the Raiders. Why? Because the NFL sees the Raiders as a national brand, just like the Cowboys, right? And there's a business side to having Brady involved because that's sort of a tourist attraction in Vegas, and they want the Raiders to be part of that with that brand new Death Star Stadium, right? Allegiant Field, I think it's called, or Allegiant Stadium. And Belichick would be part of that. That would be a big two-headed monster from just a sheer business money-making standpoint. In other words, they know, including myself, NFL fans would fly into Vegas to watch Belichick and Brady on the sideline potentially somewhere. If Brady, and I think ultimately Brady walks away from Fox Sports at some point to really get involved with this even more. It's a business making move for the Raiders and a big deal. Belichick's contract in North Carolina includes a $10 million buyout if he leaves prior to June 1, though it's not entirely clear whether it would apply if he returns to the NFL in coming weeks. Either way, it's a fraction of Belichick's salary by the end of his Patriots tenure, making it relatively easy to get out of, whether an NFL team or Belichick himself pays the buyout. With a few successful NFL head coaches currently available, at least one other team also continued to check in on Belichick's status. Is it the Jaguars? I wonder. Or the Saints? I don't know. I don't believe it's the Patriots. I don't know why the Patriots are in this story, but they are. Then there's the Cowboys, which is a team we talked about a bunch. Jets, Saints, Bears, Jags, Raiders already have head coaching vacancies. Mike McCarthy's contract is out January 14th. Jerry Jones is getting old. He wants to win a ring. Besides the Raiders, the Jaguars could provide an alluring situation for Belichick. Like Raiders owner Mark Davis, Shad Khan has shown he will invest in the team, including a recent construction of a new facility and putting $625 million in private funding into a stadium of the future that's $1.4 billion that begins construction next year. Wow. So Belichick's 72 years old. And, of course, teams still have to go through the Rooney Rule. And, wow, that is this. I've got to be honest. This happened quicker than I expected, to be completely real with you. I thought you might start hearing stuff maybe in a couple of weeks, in a month or something like that, if there was still a couple of teams out there that didn't have coaches. But here we are. And all of these teams still have openings, and I wonder, could he work somewhere like the Saints? Mickey Loomis was used to working with Sean Payton, who worked for Bill Parcells. Belichick has a connection, obviously, with Parcells and Sean Payton. You get my point. That's one reason why I draw the whole Saints line there, because I don't know, there's just something about that feels interesting too, involving Belichick. But the Raiders, from a business standpoint, the NFL would love this. Somewhere Roger Goodell, Jerry Jones, Stan Kroenke are crossing their fingers right now, and who knows, maybe Jerry's more involved on the Cowboys level than we really know. Multiple teams have contacted Belichick now. Wow. Including the Raiders. Tom Brady has literally reached out to Belichick. Come coach the Raiders. Wow. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.